as Iran is concerned, they have signaled a tougher position on the Strait of Hormuz, saying that it will retain control of the key waterway until the conflict ends, with strict conditions that they have put forth as far as the passage is concerned. They've said that the vessels will be required to share full details and obtain prior clearance, with the movement subject to security, safety and potential costs. Iran has also warned that any disruption could be treated as a ceasefire violation and indicated that it may even block limited reopening of if the attacks continue. US President Donald Trump, in fact, has taken a firm stand against Iran's moves in the Strait of Hormuz, warning that Iran cannot blackmail US. While signaling a tougher position on this, Donald Trump has indicated that back-channel engagement continues, saying that the conversations with Iran are ongoing and suggesting that there may still be a room for a deal despite the rising tensions in the region. On that, we have a breaking update coming in. As far as the uranium enrichment is concerned, Iran has made its position very clear, saying that they will not hand over the enriched uranium to the US. Iran's deputy foreign minister has said that Iran is not willing to transfer any nuclear material and also signal caution over future engagement with the United States. He also stated that Iran is not ready for another round of face-to-face talks, accusing the United States of continuing with what he described was a maximalist position. His remarks come a day after US President Donald Trump, remember, said that US would go into Iran and get all the nuclear dust, referring to the enriched uranium believed to be buried under the nuclear sites damaged in last year's strikes. The sharp exchange, in fact, underlines the deepening tensions between US and Iran at the time when the war is going on. Coming back to you, Mayank, on this, as we have been mentioning that there are two friction points. One is the Strait of Hormuz that continues to be blocked, and the second one is enriched uranium. Iran has now, in a fresh statement, made it quite clear that they will not be handing over the enriched uranium to the United States. And this comes just hours after Donald Trump mentioned that they are ready to go into Iran and take out the nukes from there. Give us more details about this point of contention and why both the sides are differing on this.
So when the term going into Iran is concerned, that also signifies that operations will be continuing in case the need be. And here Iran coming to the Strait of Hormuz, because Strait of Hormuz has been sort of a strategic tool for Iran and a pressure point, not only just nuclear aspect. So, I mean, that adds to the core point which we initially talked about, which is nuclear aspect. And Strait of Hormuz is the second point. Herein, Iran has accused that ceasefire conditions, which is not blockading anything, because US has announced blockade as far as movement in Iran is concerned, movement in Strait of Hormuz is concerned, and saying that all the ships approaching to the ports of Iran or coming out of Iran will be blockaded. Here Iran is saying that it is ceasefire violation. I mean, the conditions which were discussed between it has not met completely. And Iran, mind it, this is for the viewers, there were two aspects which were brought out by Iran, saying that permissions will have to be granted by IRGC for all kind of movement, and the movement of vessels, which can be civil or merchant vessels, will have to be from a corridor which has been created by Iran. It signifies that regulation and control of movement of traffic within this narrow strip will remain into the hands of Iran. So let us club these two things together. Bargaining chip into the hands of Iran has been nuclear aspect and Strait of Hormuz. So we have to see to what extent a leeway or some kind of a space will be given by Iran, and this bargaining chip will be handed over to US. But on the other side, US has already come out, and President Donald Trump himself saying that they'll go into Iran and pick up the dust which is enriched uranium. So it is back and forth, the kind of things are coming out, statements are coming out. I mean, it doesn't bode well for the ceasefire, because, and it can also be, in terms of diplomatic aspect, it can be sort of positioning also, or a kind of environment shaping so as to get the maximum out of the talks, or shape the environment in such a way that your conditions are met, or the other side is ready to agree to your conditions. And in this case, these 2 points are there: nuclear dust, I mean, which is enriched uranium, handing over of it to US, and second point is opening of Strait of Hormuz completely, which was before the 28th of Feb as it was.
Absolutely. At this point in time, the major concern is whether the ceasefire will be extended in the coming days or not. Thank you so much, Mayank, for getting us all those details.